So you put that in.
Yeah.
Put that on top.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah, and send it through. The Perspex, as you can see, ends up with all sorts of cut marks on it, which is probably why they use the Perspex to protect the colours.
It'd be no harm buying one of these just to try it out. If it didn't work, well, you haven't. Then you could.
But and like that, you can get ones that are like lines again, and that one is love.
Yeah.
And again, it can go across the bottom of a mat. You know, in another colour. It's just, you know.
And is that in one piece?
That's all one piece. And
so
then you could, like in other words, suppose now you were doing one for a wedding.
Yeah.
You could do it in a different shade of white to watch your backing thing, and it says love across the bottom of it, and then you just put the person's picture in, and you've got a wedding option. Do you know? And I mean, these are all there's loads of them online. There's all sorts of different ones. It's a case of finding something that suits.
Yes, and restraining yourself once you get
I would not like to even calculate how I would be taken out and probably divorced.
Yes.
If you actually knew what I spent on this.
Canterbury card makers.
Yes.
So that's, but as I say, I haven't tried it out. It was only this morning when I was actually packing up stuff. I went, I bet the jet mount would work for that. Because it's the same principle. It's the exact same thing. And once you get the pressure right, I don't see why.
I wonder why they have those lines there. Is there any reason?
I'd say maybe to keep it straight, I'd say.
Probably.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah. But it is the same principle.
It's the same principle as a jet mounter, so I don't see why a jet
Or
mounter.
an etching press.
Huh?
Or an etching press.
Yeah.
Any sort of press. My nanny used to have a thing that the laundry went.
Yeah. I think Sizek's own original one was like a lever, if my memory serves me right. This was new at the time when I bought it. Now that's a few years ago. But before that, all the presses were actually handheld presses, and then they came out with the roller presses. Hence, all these long ones came out on the market. Before that, it was all individual plates that used to be available. But as I say, anyone who has a jet mounter should be technically, I think, able to do the exact same thing. Now, the other one is writing, which is on the bottom of that one. And this is cheaper to do. I think these tools are actually available from the line catalogue, if my memory serves me right. And basically, all these are mesh and pin. And basically, all you do is go online, go onto your computer, print out any type of lettering that you fancy. And using this tool, you have to usually put it up to the mirror, up to the light so you can see that you're lining up wherever you want. Hold it very steady. And with this tool, you just lean hard to get your writing. Okay? And then when you've done, you should be left with the imprint here. Then just take your metal pen, fill it in, and then go with one of the fatter ones. And if you press into it, it just finishes it. It kind of shines it off.
Oh right, so you sort of burnish it
with the one of the rounder ends. So it's a way of putting writing on that looks nice. That doesn't look like you scrawled across it. And you know exactly what it's going to look like because you printed it off the computer.
if you haven't got a wizard.
This is cheaper than a wizard.
It is significantly cheaper. It is indeed.
You know, and it was just, I just found writing was something that was a stumbling block. Okay, what can I do here to get round writing?
I wouldn't have thought of that. That's an embossing tool.
And there's lots of different sizes.
I use them to...
For other purposes.
It's just an embossing tool.
It's just your ordinary embossing that you would use.
Or an etching tool could use it as well.
Anything that has a little round end on it that it doesn't tear the paper.
So it has to be embossing as opposed to etching.
Yeah, and then you just lean into it, and then depending on the size of the font, you know.
And is that just a gold pen?
That's just an ordinary.
You still need a steady hand.
And a steady hand.
Just don't. I mean, once you have a plate, you do need to keep a firm hand on.
No, I meant drawing down the letters.
Oh, that. Well. Okay. It's not that, you know. If you take your time, it's
That's a great idea. I've never in a million years have thought of that.
Well, writing, I always think, and I mean, the alternative is to cut a little hole and then print it out on the computer and put it in from the
But it
back.
doesn't look as good.
No, it doesn't,
No.
because it looks like it's printed on a computer.
Yeah.
Whereas,
That's
you know,
much better.
That's really
So-
neat.
Because
idea.
even if somebody, say for example, you know, a kid would write something and they could write their name
Yeah, you could trace over it.
and you could trace over their name.
yeah.
Just say, like, you know, say for a picture from mum for her birthday, say
Yes.
happy birthday mum or something, and you could go over it.
You could, yeah.
And then you've got the child's, you know,
Own-
handwriting.
yeah, yeah.
Or
And
someone's signature.
yeah, or
artist's
you know, kind of has the,
signature or
it looks so original and yet it's, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a handy, I mean, the tools aren't that expensive, you know.
It's 2
Um,
3 euros.
yeah.
3
Yeah.
euros.
Oh, sorry, I'll give you your pen as
You're
well.
all right, no problem,
Yeah,
no
no
problem.
problem with that.
Yeah.
So-
Really problem.
So that's, I think I've covered everything I wrote.
That is amazing. I think you're a wonderful lady. I think you're great at it.
Now what's the other piece? You haven't talked about. Oh, sorry, ribbons.
Right, there we go.
Yeah, we're going to finish that for us.
This is just
You
putting
want to keep this to yourself, did you?
That's not at all, not at all.
Secret.
Basically, everybody that knows me goes around and any garment that they get
Oh, look.
that actually has a ribbon. Do you know the clothes, the way the ribbons come in the clothes?
Yes.
They all come along, so I have them in all sorts of colours because they cut them and they keep them for me.
I think mine is.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep mine as well.
All the, yeah, well, all the ribbons end up in somebody's frame at some point. And you know, some of them are just, and again, you can actually buy little ready-made bows as well that can actually be used on a
Yeah.
child's piece or something like that. And it's a case of just a little bit of glue and
And you know how you can get this thing now, you know the thing they have now too, you can make bows on.
all right.
There's this
Yeah.
thing now Design Jack just brought out and you just make a bow.
Yeah.
It's different sizes, just adjust it.
Also, it'll adjust perfectly. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so you don't have all that messing about of tying it 8 times to get the bow right.
No, but see how you have the 2 bows there to get them the same size.
Yeah.
Do you mean the little bow
Yeah.
tire would do
I
that?
just kept at it.
It's not very tight heat, it's actually tying that bow.
It's not too bad because what you can do is tie the bow first and wait and tighten it afterwards.
Oh, at the back.
Yeah, in other words,
Yeah.
you can tie your bow, but,
Yeah.
but pull it in here and
Yeah.
secure it in here at the back. Then
Yeah.
you know, so get the bow right first and then pull it tight. You know, and then just using the deeper mat then kind of gives you the space away from the glass to.
Wow, that is amazing.
You know, and I when I went up to Steve, he was doing the on the certs, he was doing all the one with the lines on it, and I went, oh god, I do my head in. So I just got 3 ribbons. I was like, there you go, same look, and it takes about not even 2 or 3 minutes to pull them across. And I just, in this case, I got two different sizes. You know,
And
and
the detail makes the difference though, having the 2 sizes.
yeah, you know, and it just then you secure to the back with whatever tape, depending on. So
I loved it. They're fabulous. We have got, last, you know, the little things you stick on cards,
yeah,
packets.
oh, the
And I've
transfers.
used
I never do
those.
transfers.
I've used lots of those, but I've not done anything
You
like
can buy
that.
little things like little cutouts of foam and things like
Yeah,
that,
you
can't
can
you?
all
Yeah.
sorts. Yeah.
At the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Electric set.
Yeah. That has been sitting in my room, I'd say 6 years ago. I bought it and went, I'll find something for that. That's
Yeah.
cool. And I bought it and I never used it for anything. And I just think, you know, it's lovely for say black and white or coloured.
Yeah.
You know, it just adds a little, you know, and they're very, very simple seconds to put on. And it just, you know, and there's all sorts of ones I'm sure available of that type of
Oh yeah.
yeah. It's very delicate. Again, now you do need to keep it perfectly steady when you're putting it down, or it would end up pear-shaped, and you know.
They'd be lovely with cameos or silhouettes as well.
Yeah.
Really well.
You know.
Now can I ask, how much extra do you charge for all this? Or do you get paid for it? No.
I know. Depends on how long it's going to take you. Like, you know, but I mean, if you were embellishing something, I mean, you'd be probably putting an extra. Depends on what it was. If it's only a little transfer, obviously you're not going to charge it.
No,
But I mean,
no,
say
yeah.
something with bows and that, I would be putting maybe €10 or something.
Yes.
You want it.
You do.
You know, by the time you've cut all your little holes and
And
fixed
the
up
time and
everything, and
everything,
yeah. And I mean, with bows, you've got your spacing, so you've got to take that into account. You know, it depends on how much time. But yes, you would be charging a few bob.
And it depends on the customer as well.
Exactly. But the thing is, if somebody sees it and they want to do, you know,
They're
a
prepared
price,
to pay
the price
for
is
it.
not going
Yes.
to be
They will pay,
repeated,
yes, the thing, yes,
Yeah.
they will pay for it.
you know. But a lot of the items as well,